Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt completely lost trying to understand a man's behavior? One day, he's showering you with love and attention, and the next, he's distant and unreadable. It's frustrating, isn't it? Here's the thing. Men's minds are like a complex puzzle. On the surface, they may seem straightforward, but underneath lies a world of unspoken truths, hidden emotions, and deep-seated instincts that even they might not fully understand. In today's video, we're peeling back the layers to reveal the real nature of men, their protective instincts, emotional struggles, and the mindset that drives their actions. By the time this video ends, you'll not only understand men better, but also feel empowered to connect with them on a deeper, more meaningful level. So stick with me, it's going to be eye-opening. 1. The silent protector. Let's begin with something that's hardwired into men's DNA, their instinct to protect. From the moment they're young, society and biology teach men that their role is to keep their loved ones safe. This protective instinct might show up in obvious ways, like standing up for you in a difficult situation, or in subtle actions, like ensuring your car is in good condition or walking on the side of the road closest to traffic. But here's where things get tricky. This instinct doesn't always come across as noble or heroic. Sometimes it might feel like he's trying to control you or being overly cautious. For example, he might question your late-night plans or worry excessively about your safety when you're out with friends. What he's really saying is, "I care about you more than I know how to express." Understanding this doesn't mean you have to tolerate controlling behavior, but it does mean you can see his actions in a new light. Instead of reacting with frustration, try acknowledging his concerns. Say something like, "I appreciate that you care about my safety. It means a lot to me." You'll see how quickly his approach softens when he feels understood. Has a man ever shown his protective side in a way that surprised you? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear how you handled it. 2. The mask of strength. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest struggles men face, the pressure to always appear strong. From a young age, men are taught that emotions are a sign of weakness. They're told, "Boys don't cry," or "Man up." This conditioning doesn't just affect their childhood. It carries into their relationships, making it incredibly hard for them to open up about their feelings. Here's the truth. Behind the mask of strength, many men feel vulnerable, insecure, and even scared. They just don't know how to express it. When a man shares his struggles or emotions with you, consider it a rare and precious gift. He's showing you a side of himself that he's been taught to hide from the world. Pro tip: want to break through that emotional wall? Be the first to show vulnerability. Share your own fears, struggles, or dreams. When he sees that you're open and non-judgmental, he'll feel safer sharing his world with you. 3. Respect over love. Here's a surprising truth about men. They often value respect even more than love. While women thrive on emotional connection, men feel most fulfilled when they're respected for who they are and what they contribute. This doesn't mean they don't need love. It just means respect is their foundation for feeling valued. For example, instead of saying, "I love you," try saying, "I really appreciate how hard you work for us," or "Thank you for always being there when I need you." These words hit differently for men. They feel seen, valued, and respected in a way that strengthens the bond between you. Relatable anecdote. I remember a friend sharing how her husband lights up when she thanks him for small things, like fixing a leaky faucet or taking out the trash. She realized that those little words of appreciation made him feel like a hero in her eyes, and isn't that what every man secretly wants? 4. The thinker's retreat. Have you ever been in the middle of an important conversation with a man and suddenly he just shuts down? It's like a wall goes up and you're left wondering what you did wrong. Here's the truth. Men often retreat into their minds to process emotions or problems. This isn't about ignoring you, it's their way of finding clarity before re-engaging. This silent retreat is something many women misinterpret as indifference or avoidance, but it's actually the opposite. Men want to solve problems and present solutions. When they feel overwhelmed, they withdraw to regroup. Engagement tip. Instead of pressing him for answers in the moment, give him space to think. Let him know you're there when he's ready to talk. This balance of patience and understanding can make a world of difference in how he communicates with you. 5. Actions speak louder than words. One of the most confusing aspects of men is how they express love. While women are often more verbal, men tend to show their affection through actions. You might feel frustrated when he doesn't say, "I love you," as often as you'd like, but pay attention to what he does. Does he fix things around the house without you asking? Does he bring you your favorite coffee just because? These small gestures are his way of saying, "You're important to me." Here's the key. Instead of waiting for grand declarations, learn to recognize and appreciate these little acts of love. When you acknowledge them, you encourage him to keep expressing his feelings in ways that come naturally to him. What's one action a man has done for you that made you feel deeply loved? Share it below. It's always beautiful to hear these stories. 6. The need for independence. Men have an innate need for independence and autonomy. They often feel most alive when they're solving problems, pursuing goals, or achieving something on their own. While this can make them seem distant at times, it's not a sign that they don't care. It's their way of maintaining their sense of self. This is especially important to remember in relationships. If you try to control or constantly monitor a man's actions, it can make him feel stifled. Instead, give him the freedom to be himself while reassuring him that you're there to support him. Pro tip: encourage his independence by showing genuine interest in his passions and goals. Whether it's his career, hobbies, or personal projects, let him know you respect and admire his drive. This balance of freedom and support can make your bond even stronger.